guys, welcome back to our channel. This is a recipe that we already shared with you. Don't mind the cat snacks on the background, the part of our family. Today we're going to be sharing with you the frozen yogurt recipe that we made, which we love so much. But then today we're going to give it a twist. We're going to give it a flavor. So it's not going to be a plain frozen yogurt recipe, but it's going to be flavored frozen yogurt. For that, I've looked up the best thing that you can do is do not use any juices or anything. We tried that, me and Mike, and it kind of failed. They say what you need to do is, because if you're going to add more fluid to that, it's going to, mess up the ratio, and it's going to mess up the structure. Yeah, especially if it's juice which contains a lot of water, that causes the frozen yogurt to crystallize. We do not want that. So they say if you decide to give your frozen yogurt a flavor, always use how do you say that? God, I don't have the English word for that. In Dutch we call it gevriesdroogd. So it's frozen dry fruit, and then from that they made powder. Yeah, just get that. So for today I got us the pineapple powder. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. This is a very organic, natural powder made of actual pineapple. I'm gonna try that. That's gonna be our one little recipe, and then I'm gonna try something else which is maybe a little bit cheaper and easier to find, and that is these kind of powder that everyone has in their country that you used to make Kool-Aid. Let's just say Kool-Aid. This is the kind of powder that you have, like Tang, Kool-Aid, and all that. See if I will be able to make, to give the frozen yogurt a little bit of flavor from this kind of powder. Of course, we always try to keep it natural and organic. So, of course, my number one choice would be this kind of powder, like I just explained, the frozen dry powder from actual fruit. But if you cannot have it, or it's too expensive, because it's a little bit expensive, if it's too expensive for your budget, try to do that with the Kool-Aid kind of powder and the Tang kind of powder. And that's why I'll be trying for you out today, see if that works. So we're gonna do a two-part video in this one. Yeah, the basis for all of this is, like always, 400 grams of heavy cream and 170 grams of Greek yogurt. This will give you a lot of frozen yogurt, but because it's just me and Mike, I'm gonna go for the half of that. Yeah, so I'll be doing the half of that, and I'll be using that as a recipe for the pineapple powder, and then that as a recipe for this. So let's start. But if you have a big family, just go full on and do the 400 milliliter of heavy cream and 170 grams of Greek yogurt. Yeah, and by that ratio, you also need we tried 100, and it was more than enough. So for this ratio, if you're gonna go big, if you're gonna go with 170 grams of Greek yogurt and 400 grams of heavy cream, for that ratio, you can also go with 100 grams of fine sugar. Yeah, and if you're gonna go for the half, then the half of everything that I just said. So let's start. So very easy. I'm gonna do the half of this recipe. Mix everything well. Mix the heavy cream, mix the sugar, mix the Greek yogurt, and then gradually start adding this powder until I taste that, until I actually taste the pineapple flavor. You really need to do that because the packaging doesn't give you any ratio or how to use it. So just keep adding to it until it has the right amount of flavor that you prefer, and stop right there. That's when it goes for this organic natural powder. But when it goes for this kind of powder that you use to make, Kool-Aid and all that, just remember that these are much stronger. So you'll probably be needing a little bit less than you would with this. Just something to keep in mind. So like I said, because it's just me and Mike, I'm going to do the half of the recipe. So it's 200, 206 came out before I stopped. But yeah, 200 of the heavy cream, and then I'm going to add the Greek yogurt. And 85 gram grams of Greek yogurt. Yeah. And then I'm gonna add about maybe 60 or 70, maybe 60 grams of sugar. Remember guys, the sugar is what keeps your frozen yogurt nice and smooth and silky instead of crystallizing. But what I read, and I did a lot of research, they say use sugar in fluid form, which we don't have. I don't know what you guys have in other countries. And that's why here in Holland, they always suggest to use honey instead of, the regular sugar. But in this case, I forgot to get the honey. I don't think we have enough honey. They say that 2 tablespoons are more than enough. But in this case, I'm just gonna go with the sugar. And next time I'll do it with the honey. But if you can, use the honey and use 2 big tablespoons. Yeah? So now that I have a sugar, I'm gonna do 60 grams in there. There you have it, 60 grams of sugar. The scale still hasn't decided whether it's 60 or 61 grams, but yeah. So I'm gonna mix this a little bit and then I'm gonna start adding the pineapple powder to get the right ratio. So when you have all that, mix it with one of these whiskers. Don't use the machine to beat this, really, because we're not going to make whipped cream. Just a little bit until it starts to foam up like this, then stop. Yeah, don't go overboard, just a little bit. A couple of seconds until you see this stop. And now I'm gonna start adding the pineapple powder to get the ratio right. All right, guys, so a recipe is useless if it's not concrete. So to do that, I didn't just wing it. I started with using an actual measurement, 1 tablespoon, as you can see, of this powder. Guys, it smells so good. My God, those of you that go to Disney, it smells exactly like Dole Whip. Really, it smells and tastes like Dole Whip, I promise you. Even now, standing here. Mike's curiosity is triggered. Can you smell it, Mike? So, I used 2 tablespoons, but then not with a little hump, but I made it flat with a knife. So 2 tablespoons flat, and that was more than enough. But I just wanted to make sure that the pineapple will be present in here, no doubt about it. So I went with a 3rd one. So eventually I ended up using 3 tablespoons for this ratio. And it smells good. It smells creamy. Look at that. It feels creamy, and I feel heavyweight when I'm trying to whisk it like this. I think this is nice. I think this is what you need.
It's nice, no?
Can you smell it, Mike?
I smell it.
Yeah, seriously, yeah, the pineapple is here. So nice and good. You want to taste a little bit?
No.
Why not? Just to give a second opinion.
No, I want to be surprised tonight.
Okay, all right, get that. All right, so I'm going to put this in the ice maker machine. Let it spin until it stiffs up a little bit. If you don't have an ice maker machine, it's okay. Just whisk it a little bit more and then put it in your container in the freezer. Well, for now, guys, yeah, it's in there. Put the lid back on it. And we're gonna go for, let's go 35. For 35. Let's go for 35. All right, there it is. And go. It's very creamy, very, very heavy in a good way. Cannot wait to try this, guys. So guys, Mike has good ears. We were lunching and he said the ice machine stopped. But I said it can't be because the timer is, I just left the timer at 20. But yeah, look, we still have 17 minutes left. And it's done and it feels, look, it's all fogged up and it feels cool. So this recipe also needs way less time to freeze up a little bit. Wow, look at that. Oh, it's really cold. See the imprint? The dent I left? Yeah. All right, so I need to you know, to put it in this container really fast and then into the freezer. But I just realized I haven't prepared any space in the freezer. So I need to be quick, guys, but just wanted to let you know, look at that structure. This is beautiful. This is what you need. And you can just eat it as it is right now, actually. But we still have a couple of hours to go before dinner, so it's gonna go into the freezer. But yeah, this recipe, this ratio, you can just scoop it out of the ice machine and just enjoy it as is. Guys, look at that. Completely frozen. Well, not completely frozen, but solidified, perfect to have as frozen yogurt. You can now squeeze it through a pipe bag or something. Perfect, perfect. This ratio with this powder ratio, perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, so it went in at 11:38 a.m. Guys, that's the result. It's now 4 o'clock. It's 4 o'clock? It's 4 o'clock. And
We've already eaten.
we've already eaten. Yeah, we eat early because we're getting old. But yeah, it's already melting because, guys, remember when you make homemade frozen yogurt, there are no conservatives there, chemicals that are keeping it frozen. So yes, it starts melting as soon as it comes out of the freezer. So Mike is going to use his toppings:
Confetti en balletjes.
Choco Crunch and balletjes, little balls.
Confetti en balletjes.
And I'm going to use actually the same thing, vriesdroogd, which is
Freeze-dried.
freeze-dried. Yeah, freeze-dried banana. The same process they used for the freeze drying the pineapple powder. That's what I'm gonna do. So
How festive that looks.
yes, looks very festive.
With the balletjes.
I went with the freeze-dried banana and the Smarties.
I have balletjes.
All right, Mike, taste it. Let us know how it tastes.
Tastes like chicken.
Like chicken. Then I did my job good. There you have it. Is it good? Yeah? Can you taste the pineapple flavor?
I mainly taste the balletjes.
Yeah, you have too
No,
many
it's-
chocolate.
No, it's good.
Seriously, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you have it. It's good, guys. You think the 3 tablespoons of pineapple powder is enough, or should we use next time 4 to make it even stronger, the flavor?
I'll go for 4.
Yeah, you go for 4. Okay, so next time use 4, guys. I'll leave you the link.
4 guys.
4 tablespoons of the pineapple powder. All right, I'm gonna enjoy it. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Take good care and enjoy the summer while it lasts.
I love the balletjes.
You love the balletjes, yes. Look, it's full-on summer still.
Wow.
Oh, we're enjoying this. It's good. I'm thankful. We've been having some really heavy rainy months behind our back, but now we're finally facing some sunny days. All right, take good care. Don't forget to subscribe and all that.